Hello, all you crypto aficionados, and we have some news for you. They're still buying Bitcoin. When I say they, I don't mean me. I mean Microstrategy, a much bigger whale than me, obviously. One of the biggest whales out there. They just bought more Bitcoin, and their holdings are up to $6 billion worth of Bitcoin. How much Bitcoin is that, you ask? Well, according to current prices, it'd be around 130,000, 140,000 Bitcoin. But they have a lot more than that. You know why? Because their DCA price is significantly lower than right now. I think their DCA price is around $30,000, which means they have about 200,000 Bitcoin, maybe slightly less, like 180 something like that. 180,000 Bitcoin, making them, besides the original Satoshi wallet, one of the biggest holders out there. So Michael Saylor obviously is still buying, and MicroStrategy's investors are deep in profit now because his buy-in was 30K. It is 44K now. So they are 30, 40, 50% in profit. They're very happy with Michael Saylor's decisions because his buying of Bitcoin has made them a lot of money. He's going to even make more money in the future. He might just become one of the richest men in the world. And remember, buying MicroStrategy, buying Coinbase, once again, I think is a really good decision because you don't have the risk of mining companies. The mining company's risk is that the cost will actually get too high. We just talked about with someone on our stream. He said he knows some miners, and they've actually been mining at a loss for some time now. And look, with the way the hash rate has gone straight up, that actually might be the case. I still think there obviously is a way to mine under cost at this point, but once the halving hits, if Bitcoin doesn't go significantly higher, that will actually be impossible. So there's a lot going on here. There is definitely a lot going on here that, maybe we don't really know about, but with the way things are, Bitcoin has to go higher or the entire industry may collapse. And they're not going to let that happen with all this money invested in. So you can bet that Bitcoin will actually go higher. And I think it's going to have to be above 50, 60K as well after the halving. Some people think the ETF approval is a top and they'll sell the news. I'm sure there'll be like a small sell off the news, but I don't actually think there'll be a massive, massive news sell off. And that's because like I said, the Bitcoin ETF will get people to buy Bitcoin. So Michael Saylor, I believe, is making a really good decision, continuously buying Bitcoin as well. Kathy Woods is obviously taking the opposite track, and she's selling some of the Coinbase shares and stuff. But remember, she's applying for an ETF as well. And Kathy Wood hasn't actually made the best decisions when it actually comes to investing in when to buy in and buy out of Bitcoin. She's actually sold at the top a couple of times. Sold at the bottom a couple of times and bought at the top a couple of times. But she has long-term holdings as well. So I think she will be doing fine as well. But MicroStrategy buys way more Bitcoin now. And I think their accumulation is going to make Michael Saylor really, really, really rich. Trump is selling his Ethereum. He sold 1,075 Ethereum already. Now, where did Trump get the Ethereum? You're like, oh, Donald Trump, he's a visionary. He bought a lot of Ethereum as investment. Not really. He got the Ethereum off the NFT stuff. Remember, even though he's not the one making the Trump NFTs, he licensed his name out and he gets royalties for every sale and resale of Trump NFTs. And since there's a big cult that actually follows Donald Trump, they'll basically buy anything he puts out. So he gets royalties from every one of those sales, even though he's not the original maker. So the royalties have actually mounted to over 1,000 Ethereum, and he sold that already off his wallet. Now, it's not actually him selling, obviously. It's his advisor selling, his team selling, probably because he either needs legal fees or campaign funds. It's probably campaign funds or just stuffing money in his own pocket because he doesn't really pay his lawyers anyways. And honestly, with Elena Haba as your lawyer, I probably wouldn't pay her because she screwed up so many times on a lawsuit. She literally forgot to check the box for a jury trial on his immunity lawsuit. So that's why the Judge Rodin was able to decide it rather than a jury, because you do have the right to a trial by jury, but either you or your lawyer has the responsibility of checking the box that says, I want a jury trial. If you don't check the box, then the judge gets to decide. And since they didn't check the box when they filed the paper, the judge did actually decide. So just based on that, I would be not paying my lawyer. In fact, if I were him, I would have fired my lawyer by now if he didn't actually do that. But she is still his lawyer, but he is selling his NFTs probably because he needs some money for the campaign or other costs of his campaign, or he just wants to stuff his pockets with money. And, like he's actually made a fair amount, a pretty penny off the NFT stuff because of the recurring royalties that actually occur. And that's why he's released 3 series of NFTs. It's a grift, but it's a very successful grift. And that money is going towards whatever his own goals are. So he's selling his NFTs, but it doesn't really matter because Ethereum is still gone up. I mean, he's selling his Ethereum that he's gained from the NFTs, but that doesn't matter because Ethereum has still gone up. The fees are also going up as well, unfortunately, with that. And I do think that if you really want to trade crypto, you will not really want to trade on the Bitcoin or Ethereum blockchain in the upcoming bull run because the fees will be very much horrendous. BSV has pumped. Yes, the fake Toshi, like make-believe Bitcoin has actually pumped. Some of you might think that's kind of harsh, but it's true. I know why it's pumped too, because Craig Wright submitted 9 more pages of documents in proof that he's Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, I think this is all BS, because if he really wanted to prove it, he doesn't need to submit any documents. He just needs to move some Bitcoin from the original Satoshi wallet, and that would actually prove everything. But since he hasn't and he can't, it means he doesn't actually have the keys, and he's not Satoshi Nakamoto, of course. And I think this is pumping because there's some hype that he might be Satoshi Nakamoto because of the documents that he submitted. But like all the other evidence that he's actually submitted, it'll come out to be BS, and then it'll probably dump again. This has happened several times in the past. You can see Bitcoin SV has like these random like sudden ups and sudden downs, obviously, because of his because like Calvin Iyer can't actually pump it, obviously. And the other thing is that when he submitted more evidence, like it does sometimes pump and then it comes crashing back down once it becomes known that the evidence is not actually worth anything because he's not actually Satoshi Nakamoto. And I don't think he's gonna win against Copa either because he doesn't have the proof. And the judge has already made him pay $1 million to even submit the evidence because he's kind of just dragging this on. He submitted evidence and he's actually forged evidence before, and that's why he's actually being made to pay the fee because they don't really trust him. And, why would they trust him if he's actually forged evidence before? So I don't know if this evidence that he has is like forgeries, but I highly doubt it's the smoking gun that all the BSV believers have actually been looking for. I personally think that it's full of BS, and Bitcoin SV is going to crash down in a couple of weeks or a couple of months once it's realized it is BS. BCH is also pumping right now, so it could just be like a Bitcoin overall Bitcoin forks pump as well. I'm not a huge fan of any of the Bitcoin forks. I think they'll all go back down, and I think over time their ranking in the crypto ranking will actually go down as well because I just don't think there's anything there with these Bitcoin forks. There's a new strategy for investing I want to talk about, and obviously it involves meme coins. And let's be honest, whenever an L1 pumps, the corresponding meme coin pumps as well. So the thing is, next time you see an L1 pump, don't necessarily buy the L1. Go and look to see if there's any new meme coins coming out on that L1 first, because the meme coins will pump after that L1. Because remember, the L1 has to gain liquidity first for the meme coin to actually pump. So if you look at Solana, it started pumping first, and then Bonk started pumping. Cardano started pumping first, and then Snek started pumping. I think like Avalanche pumped first, and then that one, I forgot, like, was it Kakin Inu or something, started pumping a little bit afterwards. So there's always a couple of days delay between the L1 pump and the meme coin pump. So what you actually need to do is look for L1s that are pumping on the first day, and then look for new meme coins. I don't care if it's on Telegram, Discord, or whatever, that are actually coming out. And then with those new meme coins, put $100 or $200 in those meme coins, because there's a decent chance if that L1 is pumping that meme coin will go up 100x, and you're only risking $100 so you can afford to lose it. Do not put your life savings into that meme coin, because that would be dumb, because meme coins can actually do nothing or lose all your money. They can be rug pulled immediately because, they're freaking meme coins. But you might hit the jackpot with the next Kakinu Inu or Shiba Inu or Pepe or Snek or Bonk. So that is the way you would actually look for them. Check out the L1 that's pumping. Go to their Telegram, go to their Discord, ignore all the scams on the Telegram and Discord, and actually look up the coins on CoinMarketCap and see if the meme coin's actually there. Even if the meme coin has started to pump a little bit, you still have time. The challenge is actually to get the meme coin because before it pumps, it obviously doesn't have much liquidity. But if you're only buying $100 worth of the meme coin, it may not actually matter. You just buy like $50, $100 of the meme coin, swap for it on that exchange's DEX. I've told you how to do that before because I've actually done it on stream before. And after you do that, just sit on it and see if it pumps. And after it goes 100x, you should definitely sell it. Do not keep holding on to it because those meme coins are not long-term holds. Those meme coins are short-term holds. If you can get 15, 20, 30, 40x off of them, you're good. Investing $200 and getting like, 6,000, 7,000 out, that's a win. And it should be a win in your book too. Otherwise, you just have investing the wrong way. All right, so that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.